Lauren Hamilton has one solution. She is the founder of a company called Ride Skipper. It's a company that, in simple terms, rents chauffeurs by the hour. She's in the studio. Morning, Lauren.
Hi, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Good to see you. Can you move a bit closer to the microphone so we can hear you loud and clear?
Sure.
Good stuff. Right, you set up last year, and I read your post on LinkedIn, and you said it was basically a solution to your own problem. Just tell us, what was the problem you were facing, and then tell us what you launched.
That's right. So I had my son by C-section and I wasn't allowed to drive. I tried everything on the market, from taxis with car seats to having somebody drive my own car. And I felt that there was just a huge gap in terms of the safety of the driving I experienced, how tired the drivers were, hygiene in some cases, level of English. And I just felt it could be done better. The more that we researched it, the more we realized these guys were on commission-only contracts. And that was in a large part responsible for why they were driving, too fast, too close to the cars in front, rushing around to the next job. So we flipped it on its head. We scrapped the gig economy model and we said, we're going to salary these guys, we're going to give them job security, and as a result, they'll be safer drivers.
Okay, that's interesting, because when I saw your post, my immediate reaction was, this was only last year. We've had Chauffeur for years. We've had Safer Driver for over a decade. So it wasn't that there wasn't a rent a chauffeur by the hour type model. It was just you felt it wasn't working. Yeah,
and I think particularly for families, people's threshold for safety and the level of safety and the way that somebody drives is very different from I want to get home on a Friday night after a few drinks to I want to drive my newborn son around and I've just had surgery. So that's where I felt there was the gap.
Okay, fine. So it's a different model. It's not a gig economy model. No. Walk us through that. Salaried drivers, how many do you have on the payroll? How does that work?
So we've 25 drivers at the moment. We're very strict about set shifts. So we have a day shift and a night shift. They do not overlap. So you can be sure that whenever we send you somebody, they're well rested, they've been well vetted and well trained. We go through a really rigorous recruitment process as well to make sure that they're good drivers.
Okay, well, that sounds great. And as a parent, I'm happy with that. But as a business journalist, I'm thinking, that sounds like quite an expensive business model. Do you therefore have to charge a lot more for your service?
No, we don't price ourselves significantly higher than our competition. It's all about how do we make sure that the drivers that we have are utilised as much as they can be during their working hours.
One of the challenges that I've always seen with this business model is, and I use it from time to time, not yours yet, but others, is that there's a lot of downtime and dead time for drivers. And you've got to have someone ferrying them around as well, dropping them off at my house or at Barasti at 1 o'clock in the morning or wherever it may be. And that's quite an expensive operation, I thought.
It can be. We have to be quite detailed in terms of fuel efficiency and the cars that we choose as our shuttle cars. We've also just switched to having drivers just for the shuttle cars, which has improved efficiency as well. So that driver utilisation, the model is sensitive, right? So a couple of percentage points higher each shift or on each driver makes a big difference.
School is a big part of your business. You say it's at least half of your business.
Yeah, absolutely. So parents are really struggling. Most parents in the UAE are working parents. Often both parents are working. So to have that need to, jump out for an hour in the afternoon, especially when it's often not just an hour because of traffic, people are really seeing value in having someone they trust and having the same driver every day, which we're the only provider that offers that, without providing a full-time chauffeur. So being able to know, okay, Rinshad's my guy, he picks up my kids every single day. I know that they know him, they're comfortable with him. I know he's a good driver, is important for us.
Okay, right, let's talk money here. We've got a couple of schools behind. We're in the Dubai studio. Look over your right shoulder. You can probably see Shrefat School and certainly Dubai College within a few hundred metres. Let's take those as an example. Someone lives in, I don't know, let's say they live in Alcaces, for example, and you want to send the kids here. What's that going to cost me? Or they live in, wherever it may be. What's it going to cost me to get one of your drivers to come pick up my car, pick up my kids, drive them to school, and then drop my car back?
Yeah. So if it's just mornings or afternoons, you're looking at around 3,000 dirhams a month. If it's mornings and afternoons, it's closer to 5,000. And then we do have a full-time chauffeur option as well, so they can book full-time drivers.
That's 5,000 dirhams a month. Is that just in term time?
We are really flexible, yeah. So customers will book on a monthly rate, but we will allow them to stop and start and pause their contracts during the holidays as well.
Okay, fine. So I was doing the maths. for an Uber or Careem type service for Mike. It's about 100 dirhams each way for my kids to go to school in a Careem. 182 school days a year is typical. ChatGPT told me that's 36,000 dirhams a year, and a Careem or an Uber picks them up every day and takes them to school.
Yeah.
How do you compete with that?
We don't. It is a slightly different service. And the reason is that if you were to book a Careem or an Uber or any other taxi service, you can't guarantee the same driver every day. So even if you book a school rides package, you won't get the same driver every day. And you have to book it each day. So you might pay for 10 rides in advance, but you still, as a parent, have to remember to go on, book the ride. And if there's any events in the city, there's a good chance you might not get a driver.
Okay, fine, cool. But this is guaranteed.
Yeah.
Talk to me about utilization rates. Okay, you've got these drivers, they're full-time salaried, they're busy between 6:37 and 9:30. I get it. And then again between 3 and 4, 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
What happens in between on the day shift?
So we have a couple of B2B partners to solve for that problem. So we work with a couple of car service providers, including iService Anycar and Alcuz. So those guys work with us to pick and drop
them, don't we, Brandy?
You do know them. They've got a pretty cool ad out at the moment with you guys.
You were giving a competition away.
Yeah. So they use us to pick and drop their clients' cars for servicing. And we have an agreement whereby during our quieter hours, we have a set kind of B2B partnership with them.
Cool. You launched last year. You making money yet? Breaking even yet?
Very close. We should break even by November.
Okay. Yeah. And then 2026, what are we next year? 2026? Going to make money?
Yes, definitely. We would have done, but we doubled the number of drivers faster than we expected to. So that's the only reason we're not already breaking even.
Are you going to look for fundraising?
Yes, we're in the process at the moment.
Okay. Are you asset light? Do you own your cars or not?
We own the cars, yeah.
Happy days. Lauren, good speaking to you. Appreciate
Thank you
it.
so
Busy
much.
time for you. I'll let you get back to work because everyone's going back to school. Lauren Hamilton there, the founder, general manager of Ride Skipper. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.